Good morning, it's Ron Brown with Silvercom Computer and Technology Club. Today we're going to talk about Google Photos. The first part of the presentation will be about Google Photos in general. Then I'm going to give you the updated features that occurred in 2019. So let's start with Google Photos Updated. Google Photos is a program that uses artificial intelligence. Both Apple, Microsoft, and Google have spent billions of dollars developing artificial intelligence. Google Photos, when produced about 10 years ago, was the first program Google had to use artificial intelligence. When you see some of the spectacular things that have happened with Google Photos, this is because it's running on artificial intelligence. Google Photos is very account driven. I like to remind everyone that it is important that you have the proper Google account on your device when taking your pictures. You can see this on the right-hand side here. You can see the app, and it indicates the correct Google account where the pictures will be going in. You can have multiple accounts, but you must make sure that you select the proper account to ensure your pictures are saved in the proper directory. Google Photos is updated on a regular basis. There's a lot of activity in Google Photos because it is a very popular program. The current version, as today's date, is 4.35.0. I would encourage everyone to check in the Android Play Store to make sure that your Google Photos is running on the latest version. Now, the current technology for photography is definitely smartphones. The amount of pictures taken with smart technology has certainly increased over the past 10 years. Not only are we taking digital pictures, but we're taking lots of digital pictures. If you look at the film cameras peaked in usually about 1996, and by 2007, as you can see by the graph, pretty much nobody uses film cameras anymore. On contrast, you'll see that the pictures taken digitally are going up exponentially, and you'll see the rapid curve upwards here and the fall off of the analog photos. It is estimated that Google uploads 2 billion pictures daily from Google Photos. Now, this is usually how we store our pictures, and for those of you who are seniors, you probably remember slides, Kodachrome slides. How many of you have Kodachrome slides in trays? You might know where your old projectors are, and some of you might even have a screen. A lot of you, many years ago, may have created family albums. This is where you took your pictures, you put them in an album, and you labeled them. I would venture to say that most of you use the shoebox technology, in which you're just all in a big shoebox. As we moved into digital pictures, how would you store your digital pictures? Well, many of you in the past have stored them on DVDs or CDs. These are probably safely tucked away in your closet where they've been for the past 25 years. Unfortunately, some of you may have even had them saved on Kodak's proprietary Photo CD. These now are not readable by the Windows formatting, and indeed have to be sent off to a specialized service to have your files extracted. There are some of you who have stored your pictures on memory sticks or in the cloud, as you'll see on the bottom right, one of Google's underground servers that store the many pictures we upload to the cloud. I wanted to remind everybody that the Library of Congress a few years ago did a study to find out how long CDs and DVDs lasted. And there is a finite limit to how long they last and how safe your material is going to be. And that is roughly around 20 to 25 years. After that, you'll suffer about a 10% failure rate. So it's important if you have important material and pictures stored in safely on CDs and DVDs that you move them off those now to a different media. This was the deal of the day last week with at Best Buy, and you can see this is a Western Digital external hard drive. It is a 12 terabyte hard drive for $189. So this would be an unbelievable amount of data. External storage is very cheap, and this would be a good alternative to all those CDs and DVDs. I do not think you would ever be able to fill up 12 terabytes. What is Google Photos? Google Photos is a service to organize and store your photos. It helps people who take a lot of pictures and videos. It works on all devices, smartphones, tablets, and laptops. Enjoy sharing memories with each other, and don't enjoy working or to manage their photos. In other words, if you're lazy, Google Photos is great because it does it all for you. Now, those of you who have stored pictures online in the past may have used Picasa. Picasa was a photo sharing site that originally was started with Google, and this is now being converted to Google Photos. If you have any web albums, these would have been converted to Google Photos. Flickr is a photo sharing site, as is Facebook. Now, the difference between Google Photos and Flickr and Facebook is that Google Photos is where you store your personal pictures, and if you don't want them shared, then you don't have to share them, and they're locked up tight in your Google account where no one can see them. Sharing only occurs at your request and at your permission. So this is a big difference from Flickr and Facebook. Many people have asked me how to get their pictures off of Flickr and take them into Google Photos, and there is a program software called MultCloud, which is a web-based service. It actually is free, and you can transfer your pictures by directory from Flickr to Google Photos. This is a good service and would encourage you to look into that if you want to move large numbers of your pictures from Flickr to Google Photos. In Google Photos, we can create albums, we can share photographs, we can actually share our entire library with one other person, we can edit photos, and we can search within our photos for people, places, or things. Google Photos is like a big shoebox in the sky. It's going to take all your pictures and it's going to move them up into the cloud, and it's going to sort them by date. All the pictures in your Google Photos album will be stored by date. Let me show you how this works. This is a picture. This is my Google Photos, and we are going to, you'll see on the right hand side here, these are all the years of photographs I have as I drag my icon down, and I'm going to stop at this, where am I going to stop here? December 2011, and you'll see by clicking those, I will bring up my December 2011 pictures. So they are all stored by date. But what happens is when Google Photos uploads these pictures to the cloud, it's going to do some incredible things with them. It's going to sort them. It's going to sort them by people, places, or things. It's going to do facial recognition. If you look at the people in this picture on the top line, If I clicked on this picture of this man, then it's going to go and it's going to go through all my 100,000 pictures, and it's going to find pictures of him. So I can get all the pictures if I want to find a picture of him. It's going to go through and it's going to facially recognize all the people in your entire album, and it's going to, so you'll be able to easily sort them. You can also sort as per places or things. Who can use Google Photos? Google Photos can be used by Google Photos comes pre-installed on all Android phones and is turned on. So whether you know it or not, if you have an Android phone, you have Google Photos activated and it is putting pictures into the cloud. Apple users can use it. It requires you to download the software from the Google or the Apple Play Store. Windows users, of course, can use it as a web-based version. We have Kindle Fire. You need a third party to run that. And of course, with Unix or Linux, you can use the web-based version. Very important that everybody understands that there are two versions of Google Photos. There's the web-based version, which is found at photos.google.com, or it is an Android app, or an iOS app, in fact. And the app and the web-based version work differently and have different features, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, these are all linked to your Google account. It's important that you know what your Google account is. It is usually your Gmail address plus your password. Again, it's pre-installed on all Android phones. iOS users can get it at the app iTunes Store. Android users get it at the app Play Store. And of course, Windows users get it, can use it online. Again, it's found at photos.google.com, where you just log into your account, and there all your pictures will be in the cloud. When you initially set up your Google Photos account, you are prompted with the decision to whether you want your pictures stored as high quality, slightly compressed pictures, or whether you want your pictures stored as in the original resolution, full resolution. What is the difference between this? Well, Google gives you 15 gigabytes of free online storage if you are with your Google account. If you agree to have slight compression of your pictures as they go up to the cloud, and that is the first option here, then there is you have unlimited upload, and it doesn't count towards that 15 gigabytes of free storage, so you can use that for something else. In other words, Google Photos says if you agree to slightly compress your pictures, then you can upload all hundreds of thousands of your pictures, and we're not going to charge you a dime. If you say, no, I don't want that, I want to keep the original resolution of all my pictures, then Google Photos will give you 15 gigabytes of storage, and then you will have to purchase more as required. For 99% of the people, I think that the high quality, free unlimited storage is the way to go. It's the way I've gone. And it really will make little difference in the reproduction of your pictures unless you want 16 by 20 pictures or bigger. So that's so high quality, slightly compressed is probably the way to go for most people. Now, one of the things Google Photos does is manages the disk space on your phone. Most people just keep taking pictures and pictures and pictures on their smartphone, and when their hard drive on their smartphone fills up, they go and buy a new phone. What Google Photos does for you is it frees up space on your phone. It's going to prompt you when your hard drive is starting to get full. It's going to say, hey, we have uploaded your pictures to the cloud. They are safely there. Can we delete the pictures on your phone? And when you say yes, then it will delete the pictures on your phone, giving you more disk space. Your pictures will be safely in the cloud. The problem, of course, is where is the backup copy of your pictures? Because you will not have a backup, really, because the pictures in the cloud are the only copy that you will have. And we're going to talk about some backup strategies a little later in the program. Once your pictures are in the cloud, you can search them by name, place, time, file type, event, objects, items, things, or a combination of any of the above. You can combine the values. As you know, Google is famous for its searching, and you can search for all your pictures through the Google search feature in Google Photos. Now, sharing is a big feature in Google Photos. You can share your entire library of pictures with one other person. This may be often is your spouse. If you are married and you're both travel in the same locations, take the same pictures, you may want your albums combined, and in fact your entire library combined. And this is easy to do through Google Photos. You may not want all your entire library combined, so you can actually select albums or people you want in those albums and only combine certain features. This is a very powerful tool in Google Photos that I frequently use. There is editing in Google Photos. Google Photos has basic editing in there where you can crop, lighten color your pictures prior to saving them. An example of an enhanced photo editor is Google Photos Snapseed. Google bought Snapseed as a photo editor many years ago, and now you can download this and it incorporates into Google Photos. It's free, and it's an advanced photo editor that you can use. And as you see here on the pictures, you'll see that there are labels on the pictures. In Google Photos, you can't actually label your picture online onto the picture, but you can see where through Snapseed I've added some names. Here's a picture of Gail and Ron, and you'll see that on a picture. That's me and that's my wife. So this is available through Snapseed. This is a free app. It's you just download that and it incorporates into Google Photos. Now, many of you will say you have pictures on CDs or DVDs and you want to upload them into Google Photos. You'll see this is the web-based version of Google Photos. As you see here, we're at photos.google.com. Now, as you move across the screen here, you'll see there's an upload feature. This is not available on the Android app, but it is available on the web-based version. You'll click the upload feature here and it opens another window up. Here it takes you to the directory structure of your device, and you can simply select the pictures that you want uploaded, and it will take those and upload the many thousands of pictures. You can't do an entire directory because you cannot upload folders. So if you have your pictures in folders, you'll have to do it folder by folder. There are many of you who have pictures. You see pictures, old pictures that you have, and you wonder how will you get those pictures into Google Photos? Again, Google has a program called Photoscan. This is an app. This is the app that you'll see here on the left side. This is Photoscan by Google Photos. It's in the Android store. You simply download this into Google Photos, and a Google Photoscan will be added to the menu in your Google Photos, and then you can use your smartphone to scan your pictures, and they will go directly up into Google Photos. And it works very, very well. It works actually better than scanning them on flatbed scanner or your printer, because there's advanced software within Photoscan that corrects any mistakes and make your pictures look really good. Photo books. This is a very popular feature in which Google will make these books for you and make it easy for you to purchase. On the left side here, you'll see a book called The Boys, and you'll see two of the cutest little kids in the world, and these happen to be my grandchildren. Now, Google Photos made this book for me. They put this cover of this very cute two little guys there and made 20 pages in this book. They then sent me an email and said, "Hey Ron, this is a great book. Do you want to purchase it?" I looked at the pictures that they had selected and the cover and fell in love with it. They did an unbelievable job. I didn't want to edit any of the pictures. I titled the book The Boys and bought numerous copies. I bought it in hardcover, and that was $20 a book. Google Photos also captured my photography and my flowers around our house, and they made a book of all the flowers around our house in 2017. Again, creating a brilliant book for me. I titled it Best of Summer 2017, no editing required, and made some copies. We had a golf cart parade at our resort in 2017, and this is a soft covered book that I made for $10 each, and to all we won third prize. So Santa, the night before Christmas, I went around and gave everybody a book for Christmas, and these were about $10 each. Again, for these two books on the left side, I did nothing. Google Photos did it all through their artificial intelligence, and they figured out the best pictures to put in the book. You can edit it if you want, and so you'll get frequent notices saying, you know, hey, we've made a book up. Do you like this? Do you want it? If so, you can just order it and it'll be delivered for you. This is available in the United States, and recently it became available in Canada. A new feature that they added in the last year is you now can put captions in your photo book. I also wanted to let everyone know that this is our TV in our kitchen. This is a TCL TV, and all smart TVs have apps on them that link into Google Photos. You may have to download or look for them, but they're all there. It doesn't matter what smart TV you have, there will be an app on there. And these all link to Google Photos. So you can, through your smart TV, play all your photographs on your TV at home and use it as a screensaver. This is an album that I have of our grandchildren, 456, and it plays on that TV as a screensaver, and the grandchildren just love it. This is a cool feature that's available on all smart TVs, and I would encourage you to explore this and get it working. There are also links to picture frames that you can use, and it can do the same thing with a separate picture frame. For those of you who have Office 365, this is a Microsoft product. Those of you who have this, I would encourage you to use this as an alternative storage for backup for your Google Photos. Included in your Office 365 subscription is 1 terabyte of cloud storage. The advantage of this is if you download the Office 365 Android app on your phone, you can set a menu item that will upload uncompressed all your pictures that you take on your smartphone to Microsoft's cloud drive, OneDrive. The advantage of this is that that is an excellent backup, service for your Google Photos, because now you have your photos in two places. You'll have them backed up on OneDrive with Microsoft, and you'll have them backed up to Google Drive or Google Photos with Google. If you are an Amazon Prime member, it even gets better. Amazon Prime says you can upload uncompressed, unlimited, all your pictures. So this also adds to another backup that you can use for your pictures in addition to Google Photos. Now, I just wanted to go over 7 new features in Google Photos for 2019. For those of you who use Google Photos, you may have had a relationship between Google Drive and Google Photos. Photos that you put on Google Drive in a folder called, you may have called it Google Photos, could be automatically synced and uploaded to actually Google Photos. This relationship has now discontinued, and Google Drive and pictures in Google Drive will remain separate from Google Photos and only be moved from Google Drive to Google Photos if you do so manually. This has changed the upload feature. Remember in the previous slides where I said in the photos.google.com, the web version, I showed you the little upload button. Now when you click upload, it gives you the option of saying, is it from your computer or is it from Google Drive? This Google Drive was added as a new feature in the upload menu. Google One. This is an interesting program that was initiated this past year with Google. This is a support, Google support for all Google products. If you subscribe to this and you subscribe to Google One, then you get 24/7 unlimited support for all Google programs, including Google Photos. I've used this service many times. It's excellent service. The Google experts live in the United States. This is not a foreign country that you'll be calling. The people are usually very knowledgeable and also can transfer you to additional support and specialists if you require it. Now, if you subscribe to Google One, you then get 100 gigabytes of free of data included in that. So remember when I said that for Google gives you 15 gigabytes of free storage. Again, if you slightly compress it, it's unlimited, but if you want uncompressed, then subscribing to Google One will give you 100 gigabytes of data. And if you wanted to go to 200 gigabytes, then it's $2.99 a month. Again, very cheap for large amounts of storage, and in addition, you get the phone support service. And again, they will back up to Google One will back them up in the original quality up into the. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about capture motion photos. This is interesting, and I'm going to get Chris Guld from Geeks on Tour to explain this for you.
Motion photo. First, let me explain what I mean by motion photo. On iPhones, it's in the camera, and it's called live. It's that gold bullseye up there. When it's lined through, it's off. When it's there, it's on, and it means when you just take a photo, it captures 3 seconds of video also. On a Samsung phone, an Android Samsung, it's in the camera, and it's under settings, and it is called motion photos. If it's off, you're just taking a single frame, but if it's on, you are taking a couple seconds of video along with a single shot frame. So in Photos, first I want to bring up a motion photo and show you what I mean. So see this photo? In Google Photos, you can be viewing the motion in the photo, Or you can be viewing just the still shot. So this is our friend Tom singing and playing guitar, and the still shot that it captures looks pretty dull. But if I play it, I love the spot where he leans back and opens his mouth, and that's the one that I want for the still shot. So here's what you do. You either tap the three-dot menu, or you just swipe up on the photo and you will see the shots in this photo. Just tap on that little film strip and now you can drag the marker over until the shot you want is the one that's highlighted. I love that. Then save copy. Now I have just a single shot of the scene that I want. One more example. This one I took very specifically, asking Jim to blink a lot, and you can see then that the single shot that it captured has his eyes closed. But I can just swipe up, tap on the little film strip, drag over until I get a spot where his eyes are open. There. And that is how you make a single frame picture out of a motion photo.
Live albums let you choose an album. It lets you choose the people that you want in that album, and then the pictures are automatically put in there by facial recognition. Excellent program, excellent service that you can use to share albums and automatically have people uploaded into your live album. Photo frame. Photo frames are available through through Google. These are you no longer need a home app. You can send them from Google Photos into any of devices that you may have, such as the Google Nest Hub, or we talked earlier about your television. Printing pictures. This is a lot of fun. This is a friend of mine who came to visit 10 years ago. I found this great picture of us, and I wanted to send him a picture. If you look over here on the left side, it says Print Store. This is the menu that you would have in your Google Photos app, and you click on, and this brings up another menu. This menu, if you click on Print Photos, it brings Google Maps up, and you're able to select the within the United States, select the area that you want to print. Now, Google Photos has made contracts with CVS Pharmacy and Walmart to have pictures printed. In the case of this, Dave lives in Fremont, Nebraska. I simply clicked on the print photos, selected Fremont, Nebraska, and saw they had a Walmart Supercenter there. I sent the picture there as an 8x10, and it was $2.84 plus tax. I got a notification 3 minutes later that the picture was ready. I phoned Dave and said, "Gee, I've got a picture for you." And he said, "Well, my wife's at Walmart doing some shopping. She went over, picked the picture up, a frame, and here is the picture on his wall 45 minutes later, right in Fremont, Nebraska." Now, I also did some pictures through CVS Pharmacy. I drove my car to CVS. I had 4 pictures I wanted. I simply had them print to CVS Pharmacy on that location, and before I got out of the car and went into CVS, the pictures had been printed and were waiting for me. So this is an excellent service that you can use for printing your pictures. Sorting of albums. This is now that you now can sort your albums by most recent photo, last modified, or album title. This was a new feature that was just added this past year. So if you have any questions, you can certainly email them to me. This is Ron Brown with Silvercom CTC on a Google Photos update.